And we are ready, well, for Diptyka Laurent. She's here to take us through the main stories of the day. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban rolling out the red carpet like Emmanuel Macron did a couple of days ago for Xi Jinping for his last bit of his trip to Europe, Dipty.
Yeah, that's right. After France and Serbia, Xi Jinping has now landed in Budapest, the Hungarian capital, where Viktor Orban, the Hungarian leader, and his wife were there to greet him on the tarmac. It's Xi Jinping's, of course, it's his first visit to Europe in about 5 years. It's also his first visit to Hungary in over a decade, well over a decade, in fact, and it coincides with the 75th anniversary of Hungarian-Chinese political and diplomatic ties. After being welcomed with a short cultural program, this Hungarian daily notes she was taken to the capital, where Chinese flags were prevalent on the roads, and Tibetan flags that are usually conspicuous in certain places were replaced or removed with or replaced by Chinese flags for the occasion. China is Hungary's biggest foreign investor, accounting for more than a third of the country's foreign domestic investments. That's according to this website. This is from the Singaporean broadcaster Channel News Asia. Beijing also is opening 2 major electric vehicle plants in Hungary. That has also drawn a lot of backlash from locals who are worried about the pollution, local water pollution and environmental damage. The website explaining the 2 countries' business partnership goes back to 2010, when Viktor Orban started looking east in order to attract foreign investment in the country.
Yeah, a lot further east. What about the Chinese press? What are they saying?
Well, there's an interesting article, Stuart, from the China Daily today. This is a columnist who talks about how Beijing's ties with the CEE countries, that is the Central and Eastern European countries, will actually benefit all of Europe. And the columnist actually evokes that very partnership that I just mentioned, that 2010 project looking eastwards in this opinion piece, hailing China's economic cooperation with Europe and in particular the CEE countries, which have been gaining increasing significance within its broader engagement with Europe. The columnist also brushing off criticism that China's growing interests in Europe could come at a cost to Western countries in industries, saying that, I quote, "The EU-China relationship is not a zero-sum game." As for Xi Jinping himself, he's actually penned an article in Magyar Nemzet, that's a Hungarian daily. The poetic accolades just roll off the tongue in this very buttery piece that has been written by Xi Jinping about Hungary. He reaffirms commitment to further deepening ties between the 2 countries, encouraging, the teaching of Chinese languages and Hungarian, mutual visas, expanding direct flights, and creating more favorable conditions for transport. The Chinese leader likening the friendship to, quote, "good Tokaj wine, fragrant, sweet, substantial, and long-lasting."
Now let's come back to France. We talked about this briefly yesterday. The nuclear reactor in Flamanville is set to finally go online after 12 years, and the papers are talking about it today.
Yeah, the French Nuclear Safety Authority has authorized the utility company EDF, or Électricité de France, to finally begin using the reactor. Now, Flamanville is really a long-maligned nuclear reactor, dogged by technical and structural issues since it began construction in 2007. EPR, which is a European pressurized reactor, sort of a new generation reactor that was supposed to be operational by 2012, but various safety issues made this project a burden for successive governments. It caused it, as Le Parisien tells us today, it caused it to blow its budget by over 5 times, costing today 19 billion euros, and of course being 12 years behind schedule. Finally, a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, the paper says.
This is a nice story Dipsy's pulled out. It's in Hawaii. They're examining a bill there which would make the Shaka its official state gesture.
I don't know if you know what the Shaka is.
No. What is the Shaka?
I can show you. It's this one.
Ah, okay, that's the Shaka. Right.
So I mean, you could see it there, but I thought it was more fun for me to do it myself. Hawaii is examining a bill that would make the Shaka its official state gesture. The Washington Post tells us that it's used by Hawaiians as really a hand gesture to say aloha, other greetings. But it also means different things to different Hawaiians. But according to the politician putting forward the bill, it represents all the goodness of Hawaii. It has differing origin stories as well. Some say that it came about after people were playing with marbles and they invented it. Another says it came about after a shark bit off someone's 3 middle fingers. In any case, if passed, the bill would also recognize Hawaii as the birthplace of the Shaka.
It would have to be called the Shaka.
The Shaka. Very nice.
Anyway. Finally from Dipti, a very famous star in the Australian state of Tasmania. It's got nothing to do with Taylor Swift there. It's a different star. Going into protective custody because he is just too popular.
Yeah, he is too popular indeed. His name is Neil the Seal.
Oh.
He is a
juvenile.
He's very cute. He's also very heavy, 700 kilos. And he is a juvenile elephant seal. And he's become a worldwide star, mainly because of his weight and his cuteness there, but also his antics. He's been seen chewing on traffic cones, sprawling in the middle of the road, snoring, and trying to barge into homes and garages. Now, elephant seals generally return to their birthplace to molt fur and rest and take some rest during those months. Neil was born on the Tasman Peninsula in October 2020, and it's very unusual because it was very far away from the nearest elephant seal colony. So it's believed that his mother might have lost her way and simply given birth there, and that's why he, out of habit, keeps coming back to the shores of Tasmania. The problem is he's so popular now that tourists near and far are flocking to see the seal, despite urges from authorities to stay away. And of course, it's very dangerous for him as a wild animal, and also he shouldn't really come into contact with humans. So authorities have decided to put him into witness protection, Stuart, to ensure that he's literally not loved to death.
Oh, that is a very cute picture and a very cute headline as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Glad you picked it out, Dipti. Dipti, on there with the papers for us here on France 24.